So here we start with our chapter number 1, that is definition and basic terms in taxation. We always hear in our country कि अगर मैं इतना कमाऊंगा तो मुझे इतना टैक्स लगेगा. अरे तेरा टैक्स कट रहा है क्या? So what this tax is? सबको why all the people are feeling the burden of taxation? The tax word is derived from a Latin word known as taxo, that is a compulsory payment. That is, so what is tax? Tax is a compulsory or a pecuniary payment or a burden on an individual or any organization for whatever income they have earned. They have to pay certain amount of money to the government for providing public services, social services, government services, etc. So, it is not in the form of any donation. So here we start with our chapter number 2. It is known as taxation structure. Now, what is taxation structure? Taxation structure is what are all things to be considered while computing a tax of a particular entity or individual or XIIth. So, we will move forward slowly to understand what all things to be considered while computing a tax amount which is to be paid to the government. So first and foremost is the type of a person. Type of a person means if the person is individual, XIIth, company, LLP, firm, trust, association. So first and foremost thing is the person individuality or a person legal status needs to be identified. So the first aspect for determining the tax amount, the first thing is the legal structure or the legal standing of the SSE for computing the tax amount. So here we start with chapter number 3, that is tax rates and deductions. Now, up till here we have learned about how to calculate a taxable value. Now, that taxable value has to, the complete taxable value, we don't have to deposit with the government, right? We will deposit a certain percentage of the same. That is known as income tax rate, given in the Finance Act and given in the budget every year. We calculate that percentage on that taxable value and we pay the same to the government. Now, we have learned that there is a different taxation structure based on the residential status, legal standing, etc. Now, there are different tax rates too for the same. First, we will learn about the tax rates of an individual, XIIth, AOP and BOI. BOI is Body of Individuals, Association of Persons. Welcome to chapter number 4, that is based on income tax returns, forms and assessment. Now, we have learned in the previous chapter that there is a tax calculation, the assessee needs to be recognized, the tax is calculated at certain amount. But how do we report this tax amount to the government? How would the government come to know whether the person is accessible to the tax or not? Or the person has earned so much and is paying an accurate tax or not? So, an income tax return needs to be uploaded on the site. Whether the manual returns are allowed, so manual returns are not allowed. The income tax returns need to be uploaded on the government website, that is www.incometaxindia.gov.in. Your income tax return, the login is created and the income tax return is uploaded on the same, where the assessing officer or the computerized system of assessment is done and a final taxation amount is calculated. If the appropriate tax amount is paid, the order is released